Heartland fans, the wait is over. Season 19 has been confirmed, and it comes with news that will shake the entire storyline. For years, we've watched Amy Fleming carry the weight of heartbreak, raising her daughter alone after losing Ty. But now, the spotlight turns in a brand new direction. The cast has been revealed, and whispers of a new man entering Amy's life are stronger than ever. Could this be the season where she finally opens her heart again? Amy Fleming has always been the heart of Heartland. From the very first season, we watched her grow from a young girl into a strong, independent woman who faced challenges head-on. Her bond with horses made her special, but her story was never just about the ranch. It was also about love, family, and resilience. The love story between Amy and Ty was the foundation of the show for many years. Together, they raised their daughter, Lyndy, and built a life that inspired fans around the world. But everything changed when Ty's tragic death shook the series to its core. Since that moment, Amy's journey has been one of survival and healing. We saw her try to balance motherhood, her work with horses, and the unspoken grief that came with losing the man she thought she would spend her whole life with. The past few seasons showed a quieter, more reflective side of Amy. She wasn't rushing into anything new. She was protecting Lyndy, protecting herself, and holding on to the memory of Ty. But fans knew that eventually, the story had to move forward. Season 18 gave us hints that Amy might finally be ready to open up again. Small details stood out. Conversations about moving forward, subtle encouragement from Jack and Lou, and even moments of loneliness that showed Amy might still be searching for something more. Heartland has always handled sensitive topics with care, and the idea of Amy finding love again is no different. The writers know how deeply fans loved Ty, and they also know that Amy deserves happiness beyond grief. That's why season 19 is such a big turning point. The announcement of the returning cast and the tease of new characters suggests that the writers are ready to expand Amy's story in ways we haven't seen before. The possibility of a new boyfriend doesn't erase her past, it builds on it. It's about showing that life after loss can still hold love, joy, and second chances. Fans have been split on this topic for years. Some believe Amy should remain single forever, keeping Ty's memory alive as her one true love. Others argue that her journey is about growth and resilience, and that means giving her the chance to love again. This debate has created a wave of speculation across social media, with every interview, every trailer, and every rumor being dissected by loyal viewers. What makes this moment so powerful is that Heartland has always been more than just a TV show. It's a reflection of real-life struggles. People lose loved ones, people heal in different ways, and sometimes love comes when you least expect it. If Amy does meet someone new in season 19, it won't be about forgetting Ty. It will be about honoring his memory by continuing to live fully and showing Lyndy that it's okay to move forward. And that's why this season is shaping up to be one of the most emotional yet. The cast announcements are exciting on their own, but the possibility of Amy having a new boyfriend has added a whole new layer of anticipation. Will fans accept it? Will Amy finally find a balance between her past and her future? One thing is certain, season 19 is not going to play it safe. It's going to challenge characters and fans alike, making us all question what it really means to find happiness after heartbreak. The moment every Heartland fan has been waiting for is finally here: the official cast confirmations for season 19. And while it may not come as a shock to see our most beloved faces returning, the announcement feels like a warm embrace for the fandom. A promise that the story of Heartland is far from over. The center of it all is, of course, Amber Marshall as Amy Fleming. After nearly 2 decades of bringing Amy to life, Amber continues to carry the weight of the show with grace and depth. Her return was never really in doubt, but hearing her name confirmed reassures fans that Amy's journey isn't finished. With whispers of a new romantic chapter ahead, Amy's presence in this season feels more important than ever. And what would Heartland be without the wisdom and stability of Jack Bartlett, played by Sean Johnston? Jack has been the moral compass of the series since the very beginning, guiding Amy, Lou, and even Ty through their toughest decisions. In season 19, Jack's role may be even more pivotal. As Amy wrestles with the idea of opening her heart again, Jack's advice and perhaps his protective instincts will no doubt shape the path she chooses. He's more than just her grandfather. He's her anchor, and the show would be incomplete without him. Michelle Morgan also returns as Lou Fleming, the ambitious and often stubborn sister who balances her marital responsibilities with her role in the family. Lou has always been the one pushing Amy forward, sometimes too forcefully, but often with love. In season 19, Lou may be one of the strongest voices encouraging Amy to embrace change. Her presence is essential because Lou isn't afraid to say the things that others tiptoe around, and when it comes to Amy finding happiness, Lou's voice could be the one that makes all the difference. Chris Potter is back as Tim Fleming, the complicated father who's had his share of ups and downs. Tim's relationship with Amy has grown stronger over the years, but his fiery personality often makes things more complicated than simple. In season 19, Tim's role could swing either way. Will he be supportive of Amy moving forward, or will he let his overprotective side cloud his judgment? That tension alone could add another layer of drama to the new season, and of course, fans will be thrilled to know that Georgie, played by Alicia Newton, is also set to return. Her storylines have often run parallel to Amy's struggles with identity, love, and responsibility, and in many ways, Georgie has become like a second daughter in the Heartland family. If Amy is facing big changes in her personal life, Georgie's perspective may provide balance, reminding Amy that love doesn't have to erase the past, it can build on it, beyond the core cast. Returning favorites like Lisa Stillman, Katie, and Lyndy bring familiarity and warmth. But what makes this announcement truly exciting isn't just the names we know, it's the mention of fresh faces joining the family. While producers are keeping some details under wraps, hints suggest that at least one new character will play a significant role in Amy's life. And if the rumors are true, this new addition could be the man. Fans have been speculating about the one who might step into Amy's world in a way no one has since the cast. Confirmation isn't just a list of names, it's a promise of continuity, growth, and new beginnings. Each actor carries not just their role, but years of history and emotional investment from fans who have walked beside them for nearly 2 decades. To see them return is to be reminded that Heartland is more than a show. It's a family that audiences have become part of. And with season 19, that family is preparing for one of its biggest transformations yet. Every new season of Heartland brings something unexpected, fresh challenges, new friendships, and sometimes characters who change the story in ways no one could have predicted. Season 19 is no different. While the return of the familiar cast has already thrilled fans, it's the new names and hidden surprises that have sparked the loudest conversations. And the biggest question of all, could one of these newcomers be stepping into Amy Fleming's heart? Whispers of a new character entering the Heartland universe began months ago, long before the official cast list was revealed. Producers dropped hints in interviews suggesting that Amy's story was about to expand in surprising directions. For many fans, that was all it took to fuel speculation about a possible new boyfriend. After all, Amy has spent several seasons finding her footing as a widow and a mother. Sooner or later, the writers had to explore what it might look like for her to open her heart again. One of the strongest rumors involves a mysterious rancher, a man with his own complicated past, who is said to cross paths with Amy in season 19. While details about this character remain tightly under wraps, fans believe he won't just be a passing guest star. Instead, he could play a recurring role, bringing both tension and tenderness into Amy's life. His arrival might not just shake things up for Amy, but for the entire Heartland family. Imagine the ripple effects: Jack's cautious eye, Lou's hopeful encouragement, Tim's hot-headed protectiveness, and even Lyndy's innocent curiosity about someone new in her mom's life. But Amy's potential love interest isn't the only surprise in store. Season 19 is also said to introduce a younger character, a rising writer who comes to Heartland seeking guidance. This edition can mirror Amy's own journey when she was younger, creating opportunities for mentorship and reflection. In many ways, it's a symbolic reminder that while Amy is moving forward, she's also passing down her wisdom to the next generation. Another curveball comes in the form of a business-oriented newcomer tied to Lou's work as mayor. Early whispers suggest that this character could bring both opportunity and conflict to the Fleming family. Heartland has always thrived on balancing personal and professional struggles, and introducing someone who challenges Lou or even disrupts her bond with Amy could create emotional fireworks this season. What makes all of this so thrilling is the uncertainty. The producers have been careful not to confirm. For years, the question has lingered in the hearts of Heartland fans: will Amy Fleming ever love again? Season 19 has taken that quiet, unspoken thought and placed it right at the center of the conversation. And now, the possibility of Amy finding a new boyfriend is no longer a distant dream, it feels closer than ever. The idea alone has shaken the fandom. On one side, there are fans who believe Amy's heart should forever belong to Ty. Their love story was once in a lifetime, the kind of bond that doesn't get replaced or rewritten. For them, the very thought of Amy moving on feels almost like betrayal. They argue that her story should be about independence, motherhood, and family, not romance. But on the other side, just as many voices are calling for Amy to take that brave step forward. Life after loss is painful. Yes, but Heartland has always been about healing. And for Amy, healing might mean learning to love again. These fans believe that showing her open her heart to someone new wouldn't erase Ty's memory. Instead, it would honor him by proving that the love he gave her still fuels her courage to embrace the future. So who is this man everyone's talking about? The rumors point to a new character, an outsider with ties to the ranching world, someone strong enough to stand beside Amy but vulnerable enough to understand her scars. He isn't written as a replacement for Ty. He's something entirely different, a man who arrives with his own history, his own struggles, and perhaps his own need for healing. In many ways, this potential relationship mirrors Amy's journey. Both characters might be carrying pain, and both may find solace in one another's company. The big question is how the show will introduce him. Will it be gradual, like a friendship that builds over time? Or will his arrival cause sparks right away, setting off a wave of tension and emotional conflict? Knowing Heartland, it won't be rushed. The writers understand that this storyline must be handled with care, because it isn't just another romance, it's a test of loyalty, legacy, and growth. Imagine the possibilities: Amy wrestling with her own guilt, unsure if she's ready to move forward. Jack stepping in with quiet wisdom, reminding her that love doesn't diminish the past, it strengthens it. Lou pushing her sister to take a risk, to embrace happiness before it slips away. And little Lyndy, perhaps the most important voice of all, asking innocent questions that force Amy to confront what she truly wants. If this new relationship blossoms, it won't just change Amy, it will ripple through the entire Heartland family. Tim, with his fiery temper, may not welcome someone new into his daughter's life. Georgie might encourage Amy but also struggle with seeing someone else step into a role once filled by Ty. And fans at home will feel every moment, every hesitation, every leap of faith. What makes this storyline so unique is the way it mirrors real life. Grief doesn't end in a single season. Healing doesn't follow a timeline. For some, love after loss never comes, and that's okay. For others, it arrives when they least expect it, fragile and imperfect, but real. By exploring Amy's possible new boyfriend, Heartland isn't erasing Ty, it's showing that love is infinite, that the human heart has space for both memory and hope. And so, Season 19 hangs in the balance. Will Amy find the courage to take this step? Or will she close her heart once more, afraid of what moving forward really means? One thing is certain: this storyline will spark debate, ignite emotions, and keep fans glued to their screens. Because deep down, everyone wants to know the same thing after all this time: is Amy finally ready to love again? Behind every powerful season of Heartland, there's a world the audience doesn't see: the long days of filming, the careful writing, the quiet decisions that shape what eventually unfolds on screen. Season 19 is no exception. In fact, the production journey of this season is already creating as much buzz as the storylines themselves. Filming for Season 19 officially began earlier this year, and almost immediately, cast members started sharing subtle behind-the-scenes glimpses. A photo of Amber Marshall smiling alongside a horse, A short clip of Sean Johnston in his signature cowboy hat. Even a simple image of the ranch under the Alberta sky was enough to send fans into a frenzy of speculation. Every update felt like a breadcrumb, a small clue leading toward the bigger picture of what the season has in store. But it's not just about the filming, it's about the intention behind it. Producers have described season 19 as one of the most ambitious chapters yet. That phrase alone has fueled wild theories. Ambitious how? More emotional depth? Bigger story arcs? Or perhaps the courage to finally step into new territory with Amy's personal life? Whatever the meaning, one thing is certain: the people behind Heartland know the weight of their responsibility. They're not just making a TV show, they're carrying nearly 2 decades of history, a fan base that spans the globe, and characters who feel like family. The release schedule has been a source of equal anticipation. While official dates vary depending on region and platform, most reports suggest that season 19 is aiming for a late 2025 premiere, lining up perfectly with the series' traditional release window. For Canadian audiences, CBC will once again be the home of Heartland, while international fans eagerly await confirmation of streaming availability on platforms like Netflix and UpTV. The staggered release has often frustrated global viewers, but it has also kept the conversation alive for months at a time. As new waves of fans discover each season, adding to the excitement, the cast has hinted at special behind-the-scenes features being prepared for this season. These extras, ranging from cast interviews to sneak peeks at set life, are meant to give fans a deeper connection to the production process. For a show that has always thrived on its intimacy and authenticity, this feels like a perfect way to celebrate nearly 20 years of storytelling. But perhaps the most unique detail about season 19's production is the tone being set by its creators. According to early interviews, the writing team entered this season with one mission: to honor the past while daring to look forward. That philosophy doesn't just apply to Amy's possible new romance, it applies to the entire show. From the landscapes they choose to film in, to the music that underscores the emotional beats, every detail is crafted to reflect that balance between memory and renewal. So while fans wait for the official premiere date, there's already a sense of momentum building. Social media is alive with countdowns, theories, and rewatch marathons. Heartland's ranch in Alberta has once again become a pilgrimage site for devoted viewers, some traveling from across the world just to glimpse the place where their favorite stories are filmed. It's a reminder that Heartland is more than just another series on television. It's a phenomenon, a community, and for many, a source of comfort. Season 19's release isn't just a date on a calendar. It's a promise. A promise that the story of Amy, her family, and the world of Heartland will continue to grow, evolve, and inspire. And when those first new episodes finally arrive, they'll carry not just the weight of months of production, but the hopes of millions of fans waiting to see if this season will change everything. If there's one thing that makes Heartland truly special, it's not just the breathtaking landscapes or the powerful performances, it's the fans. For nearly 2 decades, the show has built one of the most loyal and passionate audiences in television. And now, as season 19 looms on the horizon, the fandom is louder and more divided than ever before. The announcement of a potential new boyfriend for Amy has set social media on fire. On forums, Facebook groups, Reddit threads, and Twitter feeds, fans are pouring out their thoughts in real time. For some, the idea is thrilling. They say Amy has carried too much grief for too long, and season 19 is the perfect time to let her find joy again. These voices argue that Ty's memory will never fade. But Amy's story deserves a new chapter, one where she can show Lyndy that love doesn't end with loss. It evolves, but then there's the other side, a chorus of fans who can't bear the thought of Amy moving on. To them, Ty wasn't just Amy's soulmate. He was half of what made Heartland feel whole. They fear that bringing in a new love interest risks undermining that history, or worse, alienating longtime viewers who still feel the sting of Ty's absence. For these fans, Amy's strength lies in her independence, in her ability to raise Lyndy and run the ranch without needing anyone new by her side. Beyond the debate, the fan theories themselves are fascinating. Some believe Amy's new love interest will be a complete outsider, someone with no ties to the Heartland family, introduced as a stranger whose story slowly intertwines with hers. Others insist it will be someone already connected to the ranching world, perhaps a friend of Jack's or a rival trainer who challenges Amy both professionally and personally. A few bold predictions even suggest that an old character could return in a surprising new light. Though producers have been careful not to hint in that direction, the passion of the fandom doesn't stop at theories. Many fans have already created artwork imagining Amy with her rumored new boyfriend, posting side-by-side edits of Amber Marshall alongside actors they think might fit the role. Some write fanfiction exploring possible storylines, while others share heartfelt letters online, pleading with the writers to either give Amy another chance at love or to let her remain forever devoted to Ty. The emotional investment is staggering, and it's proof of how deeply Heartland